Helping feed hungry Las Vegas kids. It's the mission of Three Square Food Bank. And while any time is a good time to donate to help the Valley's food insecure, right now would be the best time because every dollar donated is getting doubled. Now's the time. Their mission. With more on that, the president and CEO of Three Square Food Bank, Brian Burton. It's great having you back.
Good morning, Sean. Good to be here.
So let's talk. Obviously, the mission of Three Square being as grand as it is, let's focus on one of your particular goals, which is the Bag Childhood Hunger campaign.
Right. Well, this is a campaign that Las Vegas philanthropist Diana Bennett, who's on our board, that we all love, started 7 years ago. And basically, we have sponsors such as Barrick Gold and NV Energy Foundation and Diana that come in and say, for every dollar you donate from now through the end of May, we'll match it. And so $1 equals 6 meals. And when you think about the fact that still 1 out of 4 children in the Valley live in a food insecure household, which means they worry about where their next meal is coming from, this is a great opportunity to leverage your dollars and really feed a lot of kids.
That school breakfast, that school lunch is incredibly important. And when school's not there, you want to make sure that that gap is being bridged.
Correct. We count on this campaign to really fund 3 important programs, and you can see some of the items that the children receive. There's 5,000 kids that receive a backpack of food every weekend. They're the most vulnerable that really need food over the weekend. As you mentioned, the summer program, because kids are out of school, we need to feed them at one of our summer feeding sites. And then the Kids Cafe is an after-school program, which the Y, Boys and Girls Clubs, Safe Key sites, we produce about 14,000 meals every day out of our kitchen with volunteers to feed those kids so they get a nice heavy meal before they go home at night.
And that's not even it, because you're not just feeding kids, you're feeding all of Southern Nevada.
We are. We're feeding, I mean, Three Square has grown. This is our 10th year.
Congratulations.
It's really a testimony to the lavish generosity of this community that we have grown so quickly. But we just appreciate everyone being a part of this campaign in particular. If they'll just remember to go to threesquare.org, they can make a donation online. $1 equals 6 meals. It doesn't get any better than that.
Absolutely. So typically $1 would equal 3.
3, correct.
But because of that matching, you get $1 equals 6. This is why, I mean, if you have some extra cans, you see a good deal at the store, you can grab some extras, you give them the Three Square. But your dollar is probably more often than not better spent direct, because you guys are able to buy this stuff in bulk.
No doubt. For every can that you buy at the grocery store, I can buy 5 of those with the same amount of money.
Wow.
So it just makes sense. It's a no-brainer.
That's fantastic. Who's doing the matching?
NV Energy Foundation, Barrick Gold, and Diana Bennett.
That's fantastic. Diana herself. I love that. Oh, that's great.
She has been pivotal to the creation of Three Square, and we love her so much. We couldn't have done this without her.
There are 2 things that are needed at Three Square to help make everything happen. You need the food, and you need the volunteers to help keep this machine oiled.
Yeah, anybody can participate in this. Give $1, give a can, give an hour. I mean, we need volunteers. We have 32,000.
No kidding.
But we need 10,000 more. So they can go on our website, see what shift is needed and what activity is available.
What do you have volunteers doing?
They're packing meals in the kitchen every morning, about, as I mentioned, about 14,000 meals. They're also sorting produce. We truck in about 14 million pounds of fresh produce from California.
14 million pounds?
Yeah, 14 million pounds.
How often?
Well, that's over the course of a year. But the trucks are rolling in every other day. And so that has to be sorted by volunteers to make sure there's the right diversity, right variety of produce in a bag, and to make sure it's all good. And then we have people that just help us throughout the agency every single day that help us with events, help us with enrolling people in food stamps and SNAP, answering the phone, a lot of distressed people. We have about 10,000 people a month that call our helpline needing some food, needing some help with their energy bills and whatever, and so it's really an amazing place.
It's incredible work that you guys are doing, and
Thank you.
Now is the time. If you've been thinking about donating, I mean, you're doubling your money.
Yeah, exactly.
This is great. These are great Vegas odds. You don't get these often.
I love it. That's a good way to put it, Sean.
Help feed the stomachs of Southern Nevada's youth and, frankly, everyone. Three Square Food Bank's Bag Childhood Hunger campaign. Now, through May 31st, your donations will be matched dollar for dollar. That means $1 will be good for 6 meals. You can't beat that. To learn more, visit the website or call the number on your screen. Three Square Food Bank is a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.